I'm going to be nice for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, you could leave that open for some air. Oh, thank you, my love. I love air.
Vernon Wells. Who's he? I think we're in the wrong place.
We can switch the placards if you want.
Yeah, I think we should.
He killed me. In Mad Max, Road Warrior, Vernon Wells killed me. And I have taken revenge.
We're not doing anything for 10 minutes.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just chattering.
Well, since everybody's here.
Oh.
Actually, we do have a few announcements to make. If you folks do need to use the restrooms, if you didn't see them when you walked in, they are actually right out those doors, turn to the left, in a small alcove, because you should be ashamed for doing that. I don't know, it's a weird placement for bathrooms. If there are any emergencies, fire exits are going to be where you came in from. There's also fire exits back here. Of course, this is the Road Warrior panel, so push the weakest and smallest of people down and survive in the waste. That's how it should be, right? I'm kidding, don't do that. Please be very calm about it. There is someone in the crowd, Jeremy Branch, who might cause a problem. I'm keeping my eye on you, sir. Also, this microphone...
Maybe he needs to be spanked too.
Jeremy, would you be interested in that? A spanking from Virginia Hay. I'll be selling tickets to this event. Get up on the
Not interested. This is a punishment, not a reward. So you have to prove to be very naughty to get spanked.
This is actually... This is a first. It usually takes me about 1.5 minutes to get it into sex. It took 12 seconds. This is definitely a first.
I'm not talking about sex, I'm talking about spank punishment.
No, but he was. He didn't care what you were talking about.
Also, if you do have any questions for Ms. Hay and Mr. Wells, the microphone right here is open at all times. Vernon. If you have any questions for Vernon, it says it on the placard. Please do come up to the microphone. It will be open the whole time and ask away. Let's try to keep some of the questions appropriate. You can't follow them around for the whole day. I'm sorry. I was told that that's not allowed to happen. But you know, any question you have, please do come up and say something. We're gonna have 5 minutes of this. Silence. Everyone sit in silence.
You notice they put our names here because we have no bloody idea who we are.
That's what I do every week.
We're like children. All actors are like children. Hmm? We don't.
Would you like to tell us?
Would you like to tell us? We don't know who we are.
We'd love to know. I know.
Yes! So you should say that. I wanted, because I went over to my signing table just a little while ago to set up my photos and stuff like that in the convention center. And I noticed that it had my name on both sides. And I thought, oh, maybe some of the actors honestly are so far gone that they have no idea who they are. And then, yeah, drink this.
When they ask you to sign your name.
Yeah, you actually don't know who you sign. Yeah, so it's just so we know. But you know why I think it is on the panel? I think it's because just in case you're sitting next to someone that you don't know, someone that you don't know,
Someone you don't like.
that you could just refer over there quickly. I can see that that's Chris. I know Chris.
Now you know why I shot him.
Maybe that's why. Are we being silly?
Oh look, we're getting people in. We've got another 7 minutes.
Who's sillier? Do you think Australian actors are sillier or are US actors sillier in this kind of situation?
Totally Australian.
Is it us? We are? Yeah, because I think the American actors are more grown up than us, aren't they?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No, read the tabloids.
No, but I mean at panels. I've seen American actors at panels and they're very professional.
I think it's because they have contracts to be professional. I don't think
really?
they want to be.
Oh.
I said they want to be silly like us.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. But you know, you can't ruin the Disney contract.
Nobody's that silly.
Ah, I get you.
What?
Right. No, they have to be grown up because they have big studios behind them. Whereas we will just be silly no matter what.
Yes.
But more likely.
I've heard that about some of the actors. They like big things behind them.
That just went way over my head. What does that mean? Explain to me.
This is going to be a really weird 45 minutes. We're going to have 5 minutes of the birds and the bees and small
Are you talking
rodent
about
animals.
big botties?
Where are you going?
No,
No.
never.
What are you talking about? With big things behind you? Big bottom. Big botties. Big bottoms?
You know, I can't do it. I'm too nice.
I'm forcing him to be really dirty, and he just won't do it because he's a nice guy.
Hey, what?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm a nice guy.
Why are we so smutty? And it's not even 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I think the difference is Australians don't give a shit, and Americans always try to make like they're
Those of you who
really
are
professional.
Yes, and those of you who are coming to my meditation class on Sunday morning, please don't get a shock. This is how I really am. I'm kind of smutty and silly. So be warned.
That was
And every man in here now wants to go to that class.
No,
How's your spelling and for you?
all are
Smutty.
welcome.
S-L-U-T.
No.
T.
No.
T.
No.
Is that how you spell smutty?
No, it's with an M, not an L.
Oh, sorry.
A little bit smutty. I won't be too smutty on Sunday morning. Just to let you know.
Where's your girlfriend with the big boob? Oh, there she is.
Laura, my best girlfriend in the whole wide world. Stand up, say hello to everyone. She's my sister and best girlfriend, Laura. Hi, Laura, with beautiful blonde.
And she has a great personality.
She's a healer and a yoga teacher. If any of you feel you need a little bit of healing, she's wonderful.
Healed me this morning.
And I'm being serious.
Oh, sorry.
I think someone needs a spank. The trouble is he'll like
Would you
it.
like to give me a...
Absolutely.
Oh!
A spank?
That'll be a healing session right home about.
We can do crowd spankings.
All right. Screw this. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Do I need to introduce these two people? Do I? No. People, welcome to the first panel of Pensacon. Thank you for showing up. Virginia and Vernon Wells. How was your guys' travels? Mr. Wells, I heard you flew in overnight.
You call me Mr. Wells again, I swear to God I'll come over there and do something.
Oh, watch out.
Vernon.
Mr. Vernon Wells. Vernon, I heard you flew in actually overnight to be here for us.
Yes. And you weren't
Oh, the red eye. You did the red eye, didn't you?
Yeah, can't you tell? I haven't slept
I
for
can't stand it.
27 hours or something, no wonder I'm...
Okay, go to sleep now, I'll take over. Right, so...
Funny, most women say that.
Tut.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
I wish I was on that point, on point as much as he is. After a flight like that,
After a flight, yes. Goodness, someone else.
I would be sleeping.
Oh, did someone's phone just go off? That means you have to buy everybody a beer.
That's a good idea.
So if your phone goes off, in Australia, Vern knows this, if someone's phone goes off during shooting, someone shouts out, slab! What a slab is it's a tray of beer. There's about 36 cans of beer, or covered in plastic, and presented in a tray. It's called a slab. It's kind of lovingly called a slab. So if anyone's phone goes off...
S-L-U-T-T-Y.
During this, you have to buy everybody a beer. Okay?
Yeah,
Right? Right.
And they got to be Australian beers.
I don't drink, so you don't have to buy me a beer, you can buy me a Sprite.
And I don't
Fair
drink.
enough.
Boy, we're a pack-up. Seriously, Australians don't drink. No wonder we're over here, they don't want us there.
Sorry, Chris.
Yes,
No, you're good.
I flew overnight to be here from Los Angeles. Yes, from Los Angeles. Yes, from Los Angeles. I'm trying to remember where I came from.
And I flew from London, England to see you guys. All the way.
You're actually here in America for an extended amount of time?
No, just to see you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's as long as I'll let it.
So how are you guys enjoying Pensacola so far?
Well, it just opened, but I tell you what, So far, I met everyone for the first time throughout the day, yesterday and today, and they are the nicest, most incredibly organised people I've ever met, I think. How about you? You're going to be really sore down that side of your arm from me belting you.
Well, I must say, this is my second Pensacon. I did the first one, and they had a raging storm on Sunday afternoon. I had to stay till Monday night.
Oh, I heard about that.
So this time they're not letting me out till Monday because they think they'll have another one, you know.
I heard that it rained like hell all through the last one, right?
Not all the time. There was 5 or 10 minutes when we were able to go outside.
Normal Florida weather for us.
But I love it here. We were so surprised at the first one because I remember the fact that they were talking to me when I first came up. They said, look, this is our first con and we don't expect a lot of people. And I said, okay, you know, whatever, I'm cool. And they closed it down. There were so many people.
Yeah.
There were people hanging off the bloody rafters. It was amazing.
It was like 20,000 people, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just... What I love about you people is you all get involved. There's not one con that I go to anywhere in the world that's like this. Everywhere you go in this town, there is something to do with the con. You go into a restaurant, the people, you know, your waiter's telling you about it. You get in a taxi, for God's sake, the driver's asking you, hey man, you going to the con? Yeah, I think so. I'd be scared to say no, you know. Don't know where he let me off. And it's just amazing. There's just so much enthusiasm, and I love it because it's all around you, and you have so much fun here. Everybody's so easy to talk to have fun with. And I think more than anything, that's why we come, you know. Oh, and the $30 you've got the photo.
Shame on you, man. Yesterday I got taken to this fantastic place. Oh gosh, I can't remember. But it's, you have to go over a really long, like a driveway bridge thing to get there. It's an island. Is it called Grace Island or something? And there's beautiful beaches on both sides and lots of little places where you can have fish and burgers and stuff. Went to a place, I want to say it's Yonkers or something. No, what would it be? Yonkers, something. But anyway, it was this place I went to yesterday. Does that island ring a bell?
Yeah, it's Pensacola Beach.
Oh, was that Pensacola Beach? No, it was further.
Well, there's a Navarre.
No. Say another place.
Destin. Fort Walton. Miami.
I have to ask Christian because he took us there.
Yeah.
But all I know is that we went over 2 of those.
St. Louis.
It's probably Pensacola Beach.
And it's like an island. And
Come in!
Both sides were these like restaurants with little like cabanas and palm trees and a beautiful white sand beach. Yeah?
That's Pensacola Beach. Because we have crabs, we got them.
Oh, right. Crabs? Oh, darling, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But this place that...
Now we're going to actually start talking about the crap with you.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
All right. He just stopped me from telling you a story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I tell you?
Certainly.
Yeah. So we went to this place and went with Darth Vader, right? Who's here? That you have to go see, and also Terry Malloy. And Vern was traveling. He had to work in LA, so he couldn't come. So we went there, and all the guys for locals were having these glasses that were. It's like a Mason Founders, and these things were called diesel fuel, right?
Every Pensacola story that's good starts off with I had a diesel fuel.
And is this something that you can have anywhere or just at Flounders? Just at Flounders. And they're mason jars like this, and it is 3. What is this? Is this a half a pint?
About.
So it's like 2 pints of alcohol.
Yeah.
In each one with. What's that stuff that makes you go fast? The little silver can of...
Cocaine.
No, the drink. That Red Bull. So it's got Red Bull in it, and one of the guys even had a can of Red Bull upside down in it, right? And they had like 4 shots of rum and shots of this and that and vodka and something. Oh my God. and the hilarity on the way back in the people mover. My ears melted from the language that was coming out of everybody. And one of my friends is, oh, I shouldn't tell everyone really, but she's married to a lady, right? She's a girl and she's married to a lady. And she was all over Terry Malloy going, oh my God, you turned me, Terry. And she had two of these diesel fuel things. Oh my God. And while these guys are all getting pissed, sloshed, rotten, you know, I'm sitting there with my virgin juice and lying on the beach and doing all the kind of Zen, meditative, yoga-y kind of things on the beach and feeling really at peace with the world. And all these absolute degenerates getting totally sloshed, rotten all around me on these diesel fuel things. There should be a warning. Anyway, so it was tons of fun. Sorry. Over. That's it.
Well, it was really nice having you all come out. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for coming. All we did was talk about alcohol, but there you go.
No, we've talked about sex, drugs,
alcohol,
and alcohol.
spanking,
Pretty normal day for me. All right, you're all here to know one thing. What the hell are we doing here? Well, as you know, both of us were in Road Warrior. Well, one of us was. Kidding. Just kidding. Which was shot when she was 7 and I was about 12.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
A long time ago, by a wonderful human being called George Miller. And everybody's asked us the same question, and I think we both will answer this one. And the question always is, what was Mel Gibson like to work with? Mel Gibson is an amazing actor, a brilliant director, and to work with him is a joy because he is one of the few people who give you everything he's got to work with, and he's always pulling pranks, and he's always being a smart ass. He has one small problem. His foot in his mouth, don't know when to stop. Apart from that, he is a really, really cool dude, and I would have nothing but the highest respect for him and the nicest things to say about him.
Agreed.
You know, from what we did with him, we froze our asses off. I was called Barometer Bum because with the costume I had on, the minute my butt cheeks went purple, they took us into the heat. Everybody can't imagine it was cold there. It was fucking freezing! See what they were wearing? Do you have a think about Road Warrior? Everybody in the cast was wearing scarves, headgear, long coats, lots of shit. What was I wearing?
Very little.
Yes.
Thankfully.
It wasn't very little. It's just normal size.
Sex again.
Actually, Virginia said she has a very good story about the first time she saw you.
Uh-oh.
Yes, can I tell them?
No. Fine, go ahead. See if I can.
Picture this. I was on a small plane where we shot was in the desert. It was really freezing. Everyone thinks it was really hot, but it was actually really cold.
It was winter, wasn't it?
It was winter, yeah. And on this little plane, we get off at the airport and go into a people mover across the desert. Then suddenly the car has to stop because there's a sandstorm. And so we're waiting and waiting and waiting. There's clouds of smoke everywhere and dust and stuff. And we're just on a dirt track, there's nothing around in this four-wheel drive Land Rover kind of thing. Next thing I see something coming towards the car. I think, what the hell is that? It's a body. And I see this, the first thing I saw was these two naked, beautiful butt cheeks, round like two freshly baked loaves that I swear to God, I could just grab and squeeze a little, you know, ladies, what I'm talking about? Oh yes. So that's backing out of the clouds, and I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? Are we going to a nudist colony or something? Like, this is Broken Hill. It's very conservative in the middle of nowhere in the country. Next thing, more of the body backed out of this dust storm. Then there are leather chaps I saw, and then a mohawk. I'm thinking, holy hell, this is a really cool city. So Broken Hill must have a lot of punks or something, because this is 83 and punk was the late 70s. And rock and roll bands. I'm thinking, wow, I've been wasting my time in Sydney. I should, come and live in Broken Hill if that's what the locals look like. Next thing I know, the dust storm settles. It's the set. There's the camera. There's George Miller. What I saw backing up. So it was kind of like this. I'm not going to show you bad butter in. But Vern, where there, Vern's coming out like this. And of course, the first thing I see is blood. Then I see the rest of it, and I thought, hallelujah, thank you, God. Gorgeous, gorgeous specimen of man. Seriously, absolutely shame about now, but back then. I'm wincing. But really beautiful high cheekbones, beautiful bone structure. That kind of adamant makeup. The makeup artist was a genius. Did that sort of a combination of sexy and punk and wild and warrior, all of those things.
Slutty.
And absolutely gorgeous. Shame about the personality.
Can't have everything.
So that's my story. So can you imagine it? Can you imagine what I saw? It was so bizarre. And it wasn't a dust storm. It was smoke machine, because we were on set in the middle of the desert. We were actually on the set. So what I thought was stopping a car for a massive dust storm was actually a man-made machine that carry around these little smoke puffers. That was it on his bare bum. Thank you, Lordy, Lord.
So, how did both of you get involved with the Road Warrior? Was it auditions? Was it
no.
Someone came right at you?
You see, I don't even know if you've heard the story of how I became involved. I don't think so. Because everybody loves this one. Way back.
You slept your way.
No, I wish I had.
Casting couch.
Would have been so much easier. I never wanted to be an actor, just so you all know. I was a director, and I was directing commercials and doing things, and that's where I thought that I would be. Before that, I was a singer in rock and roll bands. My mother was a very successful songwriter in Australia, and I sort of followed in her footprints. And to me, sex, drugs, and rock and roll was the ultimate. And then something happened, and I couldn't do that. And I sort of started doing the one thing that I enjoyed, which was directing. But as comes to all of us, there's always somebody who wants to screw up a good thing. People kept trying to get me to act. And I really didn't want to, and I got asked to do a stage play.
That's screwing it up?
It was. I wanted to be director. And I got asked to do a stage play. And it was called Hosanna, and it's about two guys, a gay couple. And I'm probably the furthest thing from gay you could ever get. And I wouldn't do it. I said no, because it wasn't that I was afraid to do it, it was just that I was a macho little shit, and I didn't think that that was ever going to be me. So I just refused, and the gentleman that was directing the play just kept it up and kept it up. I shouldn't put it that way. He just kept chasing me around and asking and going to my manager and everything. And eventually, I hadn't read the script by this time, by the way, the stage play. And eventually I read it, and it's actually written by Michel Tremblay, who's a French-Canadian. This play has won numerous awards. It was about the Montreal wanting to become a free French state in Canada, and the Canadian government went, and the French Canadians weren't happy about it, but they couldn't kind of write a play that sort of said to the French government. So what he did was he wrote a play about two gay people, one being this very macho gay, and the other one being, she wanted to be Elizabeth Taylor once in her life, and it was for the gay ball. And I was a bit of a shit, so what I did was tell everybody she was coming as Elizabeth Taylor, so when she got there, there was 300 short, fat, skinny, you know, Elizabeth Taylors, which destroyed her, and it was then, the play is actually the combination of that, the night of. And just to let you know what it was like, George Miller's girlfriend, Sandy Gore, saw a performance and rang George and said, I've just seen one of the few actors I've ever known who is afraid of nothing. You should talk to him. The reason she thought that was within 2.5 minutes of being on stage, I was naked masturbating.
Oh my God!
And the audience was closer than you are.
What's that? Really?
Yeah, really.
Did you really have to do that?
Yeah, really.
It'll be on your back.
Was there an end to the masturbation?
No, we didn't quite get that.
No, spurting
There was no happy ending.
Thank you very much.
And Sandy saw me and told George, and George came down not to watch the play, thank you, George. He came down to talk to me, and we went out and had a cup of coffee and told dirty jokes to each other, basically like we're doing now. And that was all I ever heard of it. About 3 months later, my management rang me and said, you've got to fly to Sydney for wardrobe and makeup. I had no idea what Mad Max was. I'd never seen the first one. So I had no idea what the second one was. And when I read the script, I said to George, no, I don't want to do it.
Why?
Because I didn't think I could. And because I didn't think I was that good an actor. It was the first film I ever did.
Why?
Why was it the first film? Because no one else was stupid enough to hire me.
Why?
I don't know, maybe because I had a really nice ass and I had other things in mind.
Oh, there you go.